Welcome traders to our midweek technical analysis video. So first things first, I want to give a shout out to a customer called Richard. He has recently pointed out a few things with our VIP channels, a few things that we have now taken into account and are now adding to our services. So big thank you to him. He also has found a channel that was copying all of our analysis, which I wasn't very happy with, but I think we have got that sorted now. So once again, a big shout out to Richard. I know you love these videos, so we are back. Here we are. I've been on holiday, but I am back now, ready to grind, ready to post these videos, get this analysis out, and get you guys the information you need to stay up to date with the market. So first things first, obviously this is our midweek technical analysis. So we're going to go over from where the market originally opened up, which is at this candlestick here. So as you can see, originally price opened up bearish. We saw price drop down to around the support level of 3,325, with price then becoming bullish throughout the first signs of Asian session, with price originally finding resistance at the level of 3,355. Price found resistance at this level, and then as you can see, with the help of the London and New York session volatility and volume, price then drove itself back down, finding a support at around the level of 3,330. Price then sort of inched itself up again through Asian session and throughout the London session. Once London session came to sort of a close and the volume entered from the New York session again, we then saw some beneficial and some positive news for the US dollar, which in result drove the price of gold all the way back down to around 3,313. Now, if you remember this level from previous times, from previous technical analysis, you will understand that this level is a key level of support. You can see that price has tested this level multiple times as a support and also a resistance, but more times as a support. Also, side note, you see all of this noise, I will be removing it, and at some point in the next couple of weeks I am going to remark up the entire chart, and of course I will do this on video for you guys to watch and perhaps learn some things from. So anyway, continuing on, we found that level of support at 3,313, and then since then throughout today price has been bullish, extremely bullish. Matter of fact, you can see that we've had no real signs of any sellers, any bearish. There's been no bearish opportunities apart from obviously the lower time frames, but as you can see on this higher time frame, the hour one, you can see that price is overall bullish, with price driving higher and higher, creating higher highs and higher lows. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is drop us down into the minute 15, just so we can have a little bit of a closer look as to what is happening. So again, as you can see, just straight bullish volume since that level of 3,313 was tested as a level of support. You can see that price ended up pushing itself up with the first high created at 3,325 and the next higher low, which was the first sort of high at previous resistance, testing as support at 3,320. So what does this indicate for us? So this indicates that we definitely have, we can definitely see that buyers are in control of the market. We're going to go down to our minute 5 now and just have a closer look as to what is going on in this sort of section here. So let's go ahead and mark up this section. So we have our high here, followed by our next higher high and higher high. We also have some higher lows here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just sort of draw in a rough trend line for you, just so you can see this a little bit clearer, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to copy and paste this, and then we're going to drag this up to our highs. So remember, when we mark in our trend lines, we're looking for point A and point B and then dragging it into the future. The same sort of thing as here, point A, point B, and then dragging it into the future, making sure that the trend line does not cross through any bodies of any candlesticks. So just making sure we can grab as many wicks as possible. As you can see, we are sort of in this bullish wedge right now. The area that we're going to be looking for price to deflect and continues or to become bearish is if we see that level of 3,340 broken through. So obviously if we see a lower low created rather than a lower high, obviously you can see that price is driving itself down now. If we see price sort of test around this level that it is at currently, we're probably going to see the next higher high created. However, as you can see, there is this big purple box in front of you, which is a higher time frame point of interest or a key level at the level of 3,340. And if you have been following from our previous technical analysis videos, you will understand that this level has been a significant pivotal point for gold for quite some time now. So going back then to our minute 15, you can see what this sort of trend line looks like on this higher time frame. You can see that price is starting to sort of fizzle out in terms of bullish momentum, and we are starting to see some sellers enter the market. If we go ahead and grab a volume oscillator, if I can find it, here we go. So we'll just have a look at the volume. So as you can see, most of the volume in the market is going to be in and around this area here. So this is where most of the volume is. And as you can see, obviously it is in favor of the buyers, but you can see some sellers entering the market as to the reason you are seeing these steep drops after these highs are created. And we can also establish that price has sort of topped off at that level of 3,347, give or take. So obviously, with 5 minutes left of this minute 15 candlestick, as you can see here on the right side, we are now looking for price to either hold at this level and then continue on in the next minute 15 candlestick and continue bullish, or if we see price completely fail at this previous higher low, then we're going to expect some sort of bearish momentum driving price back down, perhaps to this original push level at 3,330. So as far as it goes for our midweek technical analysis, and as far as it goes for gold, we'll go back down to our hour time frame. As you can see, so we have been sort of in this consolidating fashion for quite some time now. So for the last couple of weeks, we have been consolidating in and around this area with a top side resistance roughly at 3,355 and a bottom side support of around 3,340. As you can see, we also have had some slips through on the bottom side. However, it does look like the bearish momentum is coming to an end with the size of this this bullish push that you can see. Obviously, if we do see this hour one time frame, this hour candlestick push down to this level at 3,340, it could be the same sort of scenario as we have seen before. So these last two candlesticks, we saw price drive itself down to this level of 3,340, but before the candlestick closed, buyers took control again of the market and drove price back up, indicated by these two candlesticks here. As you can see, price has been sort of battling it out, but that does indicate to us that sellers are entering the market and there is a possible bearish divergence where we could see price start becoming bearish now. So the main thing that we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking at our minute 15 time frame as of right now, and we're going to see how this minute 15 candlestick plays out. If we see the candlestick finish in this sort of respect, we could in fact see these lower highs, these higher lows, broken through, and we could see price drop down. If we see that level of 3,340 broken through significantly on the minute 15 time frame, when I say significantly, I mean if we see a candlestick open up anywhere sort of, if I grab a path for you, if we see a candlestick, so let's say the minute 15 pushes into this level of 3,340, and then we see a candlestick open above, below this level where the previous candlestick finishes, and then finishes below that 3,340. I know it's a lot to take in, but I hope you're with me. We will most likely see price drive itself back down to that 3,330. But as of right now, price action is telling us that we are going to see a continuation of some bearish momentum. However, sellers are definitely stepping into control. So that's going to be our midweek technical analysis video. I hope you have all enjoyed. Remember, big shout out to Richard. We really, really do appreciate you. And also, I'd like to apologize for the inconsistency of the videos. Obviously, for the last couple of weeks, I have been away. So, and when I was away, I was in Italy. I could not get the audio right. It was either muffly or it was too quiet, and I couldn't edit it in the right way to have a good piece of content for you. So, and I didn't want to send out something that wasn't worthwhile, but I'm back now. I won't be going away anytime soon, I can assure you. So we are back on the grind, posting videos as normal. So we're going to have our start of week write-up technical analysis, we're going to have our midweek technical analysis video, and then we're going to have our post-week market review either posted on the Saturday or the Sunday. So we're back. This is Gold Signals. I hope you have all enjoyed this midweek technical analysis video, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.